All right, welcome back. So now we're gonna listen to what is happening with this new sample. All right. So I'm gonna create a cycle from 16 to 25 right there. See 16, 25, and I'm gonna listen. Actually, let's go to 15 on the cycle so that we can hear what's gonna happen now. See, but that's not in the same key. Notice that there's a little bit of a difference, right? So what we're going to do with this sample is we're going to do what's called transposing the sample. Thank God to modern technology. Now you can transpose this stuff without doing a bunch of crazy, having different apps and stuff like that. So we're going to do that. All we're going to do is we're going to click. Talking too fast, Mr. O. We're going to click right here on this track. And first, let's rename it. So we're going to name it guitar. We're going to call it a verse. I'm just going to put VRS guitar. And that just tells me that that's my verse guitar sample. I'm going to go to guitar and I'm going to change this to an electric. Okay, so once you've done that, click on the sample, go up, and then I don't know, your region and tracks thing in the inspector might be like this. You want to go right here to where it says region, that little arrow, and you want to click on it. Once you click on it, you're going to see these options right here. What you want to do next is you want to go to where it says transpose. And we're going to change the key. As long as you're not changing the key by like a big margin, it shouldn't sound bad. So let's take the transpose and see this area right here where there is nothing. We're going to click and hold that. And D sharp minor is actually going to be up one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a +1. +1. Okay, now let's hit play. That may not sound like a huge difference, but watch this. If I were to take the intro, if I were to take these two regions and copy them over, if you listen to both of these together and they don't sound like they're in pitch together, then they're not. You have to transpose whichever one's not. So let's hit play and let's listen. They're in pitch. They're in perfect pitch, right? So yeah, so this is we got a little verse section going on here. So what we're gonna do again, take the playhead, put it right here at 17. I'm gonna go back to arrange. I'm gonna click on that, and we're gonna name this is gonna be our verse. There you go, our verse. So now we're gonna do some automation. I'm trying to move right along here. We talked about EQs last year, and we talked about EQs already. You know how EQs work. You know all the functionality of the frequencies and the parametric EQs and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use a parametric EQ. Okay, where you find those plugins, there's two ways. You can either click right here where it says EQ, and it will automatically open up a parametric, or you can go to where it says audio effects. In this case, I want you to go to audio effects right here. We're going to click on that, and then we're going to go down to where it says channel EQ, and we're going to go to stereo and click stereo. Now that's going to bring this up. Parametric EQ. Okay. And the next thing we want to do is we're going to duplicate this track right here, this guitar sample track. So we're going to go right here. We're going to duplicate, and we're going to bring this. We're going to bring this right here. We're going to take this. Actually, wait. No, let's take these two. Hold Option, click and drag them down, and then drag them over here and drop it. Okay. I know you're wondering what is going on. What is going on? I got you. So for now, we're going to mute this. Okay, we're just going to mute it. And we're going to go over here to this intro. And we are going to drag this down. And actually, yeah, let's unmute this track right here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open up the toolbox by pressing the letter T and the letter A. That's going to bring up the fade tool. See how the icon changes? We're going to click on the front of that and we're going to drag this across like that. So now you have half shaded, half not shaded. Okay, so now that's going to sound like this. So now we're going to open up our EQ. See right here where it says channel EQ. We're going to click on that and that's going to open up the parametric. And I am going to make this larger. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do something called automation here. It's called automation. But first, we're going to solo this guitar. And then we're going to hit play and we're going to manipulate the frequencies. Okay, so we're gonna get the highs and the mids out by opening up a low pass filter right here. Okay, and then we're gonna see where it says 20,000 hertz. We're gonna click on this and drag down, and that's gonna drag it across. Practice that. Okay, so we're gonna hit play and watch what happens as I start to get rid of some of those high-end frequencies. Here you go. Good. And actually, we're going to take this, where I stopped at 935. I'm going to take that across even more to say 200. 200. And I'm actually going to take the fade tool. I'm going to hit T and the letter A again. I'm going to grab the fade tool from right here. And I'm actually going to get rid of it by literally just sliding all the way across. Okay, now there's no fade. I'm going to hit TT and I'm going to show you how to automate a fade. Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is we need to bring up the automation window, and that's by pressing the letter A. So you press the letter A and that's going to make it look like this, shaded. Okay, press the letter A again. That turns off automation. The automation icon is right here, but notice that the shortcut for it is A. So if I hit A, or if I just click on the icon, that starts it up. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna press the letter A, and you see we have this like little line right here with the dB. Notice it says dB, right? Volume, amplitude. And we're gonna click right here at the end, and that's gonna create a dot. See that? See how I created a dot on the file? Now we want to click, say maybe right there. And we have one at the beginning. So now we have an automation point, starting point here, right here, see it? And we have an automation starting point here. And now what we want to do is we want to turn off the automation for a second. I want to turn that off, hit A. And we're going to hit play again and make sure that we like where that EQ setting is right now. So hit that. And I know you've heard this in songs before where the song starts like this and by the end of it, it opens up. That's what we're going to do in the next video. Let's go. Come back. I mean, I don't mean go. I mean, come back for another video.